Hello Beauty News family, welcome to Beauty News. This is the 7th of June edition.
Yes.
Holy shit, we are halfway through the year. I'm very sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Alright, so this series is about new beauty releases. We're going to talk about new things that have popped up in the last week and updates on things that we've talked about in the past, but there's a little bit of fresh info this week.
Yes, and we turn these episodes into podcasts, so if you prefer to listen, or your data doesn't like you watching these videos on the train, there's a podcast.
There is.
We also share most of this information on our Instagram account. So if you are listening to a podcast, you can just scroll on the Instagram account, which is also linked down below, and you can see images.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with updates.
All right, the first update is the Jeffree Star The Gloss lip glosses. They are available. You can see all shades on the screen. And we've got essentially two different finishes. One is like a cream finish and one is like a shimmer or like sparkly finish. Some have like duochrome sort of shimmer in them. And it's got the similar packaging as the lip liners, like the fancy lid, you know, up to you if you like that. They're $18 US each, and we've got collages of the lip swatches on the screen. Now, I did want to talk about this because some of these look really bad.
Don't they?
Like, if you zoom in close up of the cream ones...
Yeah, I know.
There is lip texture where there shouldn't be lip texture. I'm surprised.
Some of the shimmery ones, that Diet Freeze.
That's a cream one. The cream ones are the worst. They're the ones that seem to settle in the lines. And this person has really nice lips.
Oh, this person has bomb lips.
Yeah, at least, look, I have to say, the one good thing about this is it shows that they haven't completely photoshopped it.
Yeah.
They have photoshopped it a bit, but it's not to an excess.
This shimmery one as well, with the green sort of glow.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
No, but look at the peach cream one down the bottom.
I don't understand.
Look at the gunk in the between, like the corners of her lips. I just think lip glosses can be done so well, so easily.
Agree.
So
I love lip glosses at the moment, but I am not digging this.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw the lip swatches. And when you look at them online and they're really like close up and high res, they almost are a little bit shocking. I'm like, do you actually want to turn people off these?
Yeah.
Like the black one, which, look, I commend having a black lip gloss.
Yeah.
But it looks like she's got, like, what is that texture?
It doesn't look flattering. And I just, like, I have no issue with the colours he's selected. Jeffree Star is known for, you know, doing things differently, which is, I fucking find that refreshing. In the market industry, or in the makeup industry at the moment, there is so much same. So to see something different, regardless of whether I would buy it or not, I think it's refreshing, but I don't think these look nice on the lips.
No.
And I had no intention of buying these anyway, because fuck me drunk, I got so many lip products. But no.
Can I tell you the one that I do like?
Yeah.
Down the bottom, that brown one, I think that's called her glossiness.
Yeah.
I think that would mainly suit people with deeper skin tones, but that's the only one that looks flattering on the lips.
Yeah.
Well, one of the only ones. They're either really, really glittery or they emphasize lip texture when there isn't even lip texture. A lot of people have described this as looking like the lips are dry.
Yeah.
Which is weird for a lip gloss. So I'm not loving the shades. One thing I also didn't, like, I understand the interesting colours. Like, I have no problem with the blue and the Dirty Royalty, which is the cream purple, and Sequin Glass is the one that has that sort of multichrome sort of safe word. So I don't mind these interesting colours. Like, the black is like an interesting thing. But you either have icy, shimmery light colours or milky light colours. If you actually just want a normal lip gloss,
there's none here.
There's none there. There's actually none there.
Even this one, like this sort of peachy shade, the one you mentioned where it's sort of built up in the outer corners, it looks like it could be such a pretty colour, but because it's sort of, it's like a sheer opaque.
Yes.
And it's not flattering.
It's very strange.
Next up from Juvia's Place, we have the I Am Magic Setting Powder. So these are available now on the Juvia's Place website. They are $12 US each. Comes in 5 shades. Shades are White Sand, Sahara, Kalahari, Gobi, and Namib. And look, it's a loose setting powder.
Yeah.
There's not much to say.
It complements the foundation and the concealers they've just released.
Yeah.
All right, an update on the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. We do have it in comparison here to the Sunset palette. So you can see it is a mini. It's
smaller.
It's smaller. It doesn't seem tiny, but it is definitely smaller than the larger palette. So that would explain the cost.
I wanted to
difference.
see this compared to like the what are they called? Like the Bieber palette or because that's the same packaging as like the Bieber palette or
I agree.
The
Safari palette or the Tropic palette.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I don't know.
We'll see more of it popping up.
Yeah.
So we do have a new Urban Decay release, but we'll talk about this as an update and we'll talk about the other stuff at the end. The All-Nighter Summer Solstice setting spray. We did see this at Meccaland, so we talked about it in the Meccaland haul. It had different packaging to this, but clearly the Summer Solstice scent wasn't exclusive to Meccaland. So it is coming out soon. It was just an
exclusive first look, I suppose.
With different packaging tailored for Meccaland.
Yeah.
But the scent is coming out soon. There's a mini and also the full size.
Cool.
All right, on to new stuff. And before we do start from there was a collection that we saw and we posted about it on Instagram and a lot of people were quite excited because it's a collaboration with the new Lion King movie. Unfortunately, we can't talk about that in this video and we're not going to share anything from that brand ever again because we found out that they're a multi-level marketing company, which is essentially a pyramid scheme. It's unethical in my opinion, and we don't feature them. So if you did want to learn about them and you're okay with MLMs, it's up to you. There is information on our Instagram page, but we're not going to give them any publicity. No, fuck that.
First off the ranks, we have a collaboration between Artpop and Megan Bomgaars. So she is a reality star and entrepreneur. She was on Born This Way. So essentially she's hooked up with Artpop and they've created 2 lipstick sets, or it's a lipstick set and you can buy it in 2 different ways. So they've got the Don't Limit Me Glass Lip Collection. It consists of 2 liquid lipsticks and complimentary lip glosses. The kit is $39.95, and then they have the same kit, but it's more of a collector's piece. So it includes a few other items. It has all of the lip products. There's also a signed postcard from Megan, the Megaloy product dyed by Megan and Chris. I believe Chris is her mum. Maybe.
Interesting.
And you also get entered into a chance to win an invitation to the Megan Bomgaars launch party. So
interesting.
That one's $69.95. So if you're a fan of her and you want to support her, that's available.
All right, Australian news, a cult product. And when people ask, if I come to Australia, what products should I get? This is often one that a lot of people mention.
Yeah.
It's from Australis and it's a Fresh and Flawless Powder. This is a great powder. It's much more affordable than other higher-end mid-range powders. And, drugstore in Australia, if you buy things full price, you're a sucker. You can always get them minimum 20 to 30% off, maximum 50% off. So you don't go anywhere unless there's a 50% or at least 40% off sale. So
it's true.
The prices of these, it sounds like it's higher, but really you don't buy them at that price.
Yeah.
So this is a Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. It sort of seemed like people compare it to a MAC, the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural Powder. So it's kind of that vibe, but they have changed the packaging and added 4 new shades. So these are $13.95 in store and online, buy them on sale. And there are 4 new shades, which look like they've padded out the deeper side, which is really good.
Yeah, so the whole range is 10 shades now.
Yeah, 10 shades, which is still probably not enough, but at least, and this has been a cult product of theirs for a very long time, so I'm surprised it's taken them this long. They have added, I think originally there was like 2 or 3 shades, and now they added like 3 more, and now they've added 4 more, so, I feel like they should be doing a bit more, but whatever. But the important thing as well is the revamped packaging, because hopefully it's not just different fonts, because if you've used this powder before, I used to use it back in the old packaging when it didn't have the clear lid.
Yeah.
It just had the black lid, and they were much better because the clear lid pops out
Yeah, it has
over
a
time.
tendency to pop out. Yeah.
So, and that will then destroy the pan and make it crumble, and then you have
Yeah.
to throw it out and buy another one. So hopefully they've completely fixed that problem. But if you were interested in Fresh and Flawless but didn't have a deep enough shade,
They've
you might be
expanded
lucky now.
Yeah. Okay, Becca. So, look, this is the thing that's happening. It's a whole big collection of Champagne Pop.
Yeah. So this is the Champagne Pop Collector's Edition, and it's launching 6th of June on Sephora and Sephora Canada, and globally in July. Hip hip hooray. There's the Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter in limited edition packaging, $39 US. Glow Body Stick, $48 US.
What?
Oh my god.
Stop it.
Stop it. Don't do that. Glow Dust Highlighter, $42 US. Glow Stick Highlighter Drops, $32 US. And Glow Gloss, $22 US. So there's a lot of champagne pop inspired stuff that we really don't need in our lives. And they're flogging a dead horse. Like, this was popular, what, 5 years ago? 4 years ago? When did
Yeah.
Champagne Pop come out?
Oh, last decade? Like,
A long time ago. And it's no longer relevant. And I think a lot of people that were excited about it at the time, firstly, I think it was subject to overhype. So people were talking about it as being the best highlighter, and then you buy it and you're like, it's not really that great. But I think also in the last 4 or 5 years since it's come out, whenever it was, 3-4 years ago, whatever it was, there's been a lot of better highlighters coming out. So this is no longer top of the
line.
The line.
It's
Yeah, but can I say, though, they must be selling still. If they're still putting money into it, and they've re-released Champagne Pop in different, forms for the past however long, and they've tried, they must sell. Because if they don't sell and they're just putting it in landfill, they wouldn't keep doing this.
No.
So I'm very confused. I'm very confused.
Look, it's a dead horse to me, but clearly not to others. From Benefit, we've got a few things. So there's a new brow kit. This is called the Great HemBrows Basic Kit. And I believe it comes in 4 shades.
Yes. Yeah, so this contains the Goof Proof Pencil, full size, the Gimme Brow, full size, the Precisely My Brow Pencil Mini, which is sad because that's my favourite thing out of the 3.
I know.
And there's a 4 shade variation. So shade 02, which is a warm golden blonde, shade 03, which is a warm light brown, shade 04, which is a warm deep brown, and shade 05, which is a warm black brown. So this is available in Australia. These influencers are sisters, and it's available now. But yeah, they're just influencer sisters. One of them, I looked up their accounts. One has like a few million followers, but she posts a lot of bikini shots. So I feel like her probably target audience isn't going to be buying brow products. But if you're familiar with them, you might want to buy the packs, or if you want to try the products at a discounted rate, because this is 66 Australian dollars, but it's 109 Australian dollars worth of value.
That's a good deal. And their brows look good. So, look.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm surprised, though, that they made 4 shade variations with this one, with people that I've never heard of, and I've lived in Australia my whole entire life.
Yeah.
Yet Chloe Morello, who I've heard of for like the past 10 years, they give her 1 shade variation?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bit strange.
It's interesting. Like, if there'd been 3 shade variations, one
one
for
for
sister,
each.
I'd get that. Because they are different colours of blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, if you want it, it's available now.
All right, we've seen some new additions being added to the Benefit Hello Happy line as well. Now, these it's rumored to be coming on the 25th of June in the US, but we've seen these on a website, like a Benefit reseller, like they sell fashion and other things as well as Benefit, and they're based in Dubai. So they might have accidentally put them up a bit early. Oh well. But we've got the Hello Happy Flawless Brightening Foundation. So this comes in a 30ml or a 10ml mini. So it's a medium coverage flawless brightening foundation with SPF 15. And it's supposed to brighten the skin, have hyaluronic acid, so it's supposed to be hydrating, and it's supposed to be 12-hour long wear. I don't consider 12 hours long wear, but you do you.
It's long wear when you sleep in it and you wake up the next day and it looks like it's been untouched.
Yes, that's long wear. Don't do that. It's
No.
bad for your skin. There's also the Hello Happy Velvet Powder Foundation. So these are little like compacts and they come with a little brush. 7 grams. It's a dual coverage velvet powder foundation. Lightweight and breathable. Mattifies all day. It's got shea butter extract. And it's, once again, 12-hour long wear. I don't think that's all day. Anyway, so you can apply it with a brush for a lighter coverage or with a sponge for medium full coverage. Now, what we've seen so far is 12 shades of the powder foundation. In the photo on the screen, you can see the shades. It's missing shade 2. That might have sold out and was taken off the website when I made that collage, but there are 12 shades. And we've seen up to 11 shades in the liquids. I would presume there is also going to be 12 shades.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what we've seen. It's a bit, there's holes in the information, but we'll update you on it when we know more. The next Benefit launch, and this is more official information, it's a bit easier to talk about. There's 2 new products launching from the Bad Gal Bang range. The first one is the Brightening Blue Mascara. So this is a volumizing mascara. It's the original formula, but now with the bold blue color. It's $25 US. And there's also 24-hour eyeliner pencils available in 4 shades: pitch black, deep brown, dark purple, and midnight blue. $20 each. Now available at Ulta. So this, is not very exciting. But, and like the eyeliner pencils are just generic, like basic colors when you start a range. But I am so excited for that blue mascara. I have seen a lot of people say, oh, well, we've seen this. And we have, absolutely. This blue, when someone brings out a blue mascara, it's generally this tone of blue. But I have heard great things about this formula. And usually when people create colored mascaras, I don't feel like they give enough volume to actually see the product on your lashes.
Coats your lashes.
It just coats them and makes them look like a little bit stubby.
Yeah.
So if they can have that same really intense volumizing formula with the color, they should make red ones, yellow ones,
absolutely.
neon ones. They should make all different types in this formula. So even though, yes, the color has been done time and time again, if it is in a great formula, I want to see more of it. And I want it. Because I've got some nice blue mascaras, but goddamn, it's hard work getting them on and actually making them look like they define your lashes. It's almost too hard to even bother.
From BH Cosmetics, we have the round 2 collaboration with Marvyn Macnificent. So there's a palette, which is $17.50 US, and there is a brush set, which is $26 US. It's available now on BH Cosmetics.
I don't understand why they only swatch some. They do this all the time. I don't know why they do it. If you're going to go to the effort of swatching, 9 shades? No, 8 shades? 9 shades. Swatch them all.
Yeah.
Swatch them all.
Yeah.
This is...
For reference, it's a £15 palette.
Yes. So it's got... Looks like it's got 10 eyeshadows and 5 multi-use products, like highlighters and eyeshadows. Swatch them all or get the fuck out. That's all I have to say about this. But this is one of the most generic palettes I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
Speaking of generic palettes, but this has been out... it's just come out in Australia, and I haven't seen it in the UK Bourjois sort of website, but it's in France as well. I wanted to mention this because it's a brand that I used to really love, and then they fell off my radar, but I know that they have done cool things, because when I go past the stand, I'm like, oh, when did they release that range? I want to try that range. So I thought, look, I'm going to put this in, even though it might be like a month-old news for some people around the world, but it's new to Australia. But I wanted to mention it because I want to get them back on my radar. So Bourjois have released a new palette. So this is a highlighting palette, but it has a shimmery bronzer, 2 highlighters, and a shimmery blush. $30 in Australia, and it's €15.59. So this is sort of like a play on, remember how the Bourjois chocolate bronzer, that chocolate bar bronzer was really big about 10 years ago or 7 years ago, 8 years ago? This is like they've expanded on that to make a face palette. I feel like they should have done this 5 years ago. In case I forgot to mention that, in Australia, it's available now at Priceline, $30 Australian. Wait for a sale, 40% off. Wait.
Currently out of stock online. It'll be back.
Dominique Cosmetics has been hinting at a new palette over the last couple of weeks. We've been ignoring the hints because I'm not about that life.
No, unless you've got something to show, we don't care.
I don't have enough time for it. So this is the new Rustic Glam palette. So it's available 6th of June at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at DominiqueCosmetics.com and Sephora. So it's Rustic Glam, but it's very blue themed with some sort of rusty browns.
Yeah.
I feel like
there's
this
also green and black and pink.
Yeah, and like a grey green.
Yeah, it's a mishmash.
I feel like this is supposed to be more like Mediterranean. But it's a nice summer palette.
Some people love her formula, so I reckon there's going to be a whole bunch of people who are excited about it.
Awesome. Good.
All right, Colourpop. They sneak peeked a thing that looked like little creamy biscuits and then unveiled their latest release, which is blush and highlight sticks. So they're calling them super lightweight, easy to apply with a luminous natural look on the skin. These are out. They're $8 each, or for $22 you can get a pre-made bundle of 3 shades.
Yeah, so the sort of rosy toned packaging are the blushes and the orange toned packaging are the highlights. I think this is a good way, once again, I think Colourpop is a testing ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you are thinking, do I like a cream blush? Do I like a cream highlighter? Does it work with my skin tone or skin type and the foundations that I wear? This is a good, affordable way to try it. And there's a nice range if you want, oranges or pinks or nudes or whatever you want.
And look, if the formula's nice and you like a cream blush or highlight, you just can't go wrong. Like,
for the price.
If the formula is ticking boxes, why would you shop anywhere else?
That's fair. But, if you liked one of these highlighter sticks and you're confident that they work on your base, then you can start graduating to like hourglass ones and all those kind of things. But there's no point jumping to those until you know if it's going to work, because otherwise it's going to sit in a drawer.
I look forward to seeing what they release next week.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah, because this isn't a release for me. But
no, that's true.
I don't know. Maybe blush. I've used some cream blushes in the past and really enjoyed them. But it's just not, I suppose, my preferred and most easy method of applying blush. But whatevs. We've got a new release from Dermalogica.
2 new products.
Yeah. So we've got the Age Bright Clearing Serum. They're calling it an active, high concentrated brightening clearing serum that includes salicylic acid to help reduce breakouts. And photoactives help hydrate and smooth the skin. So this is out now. And there is also the Age Bright Spot Fader. So they're calling the Age Bright Spot Fader a 2-in-1 brightening spot treatment. It's supposed to help reduce the appearance of active breakouts and post-breakout marks. Contains salicylic acid, niacinamide, and something else that I can't pronounce. But essentially, the two are supposed to be used in like collaboration with each other to deal with the spots and treat the after effects of spots.
Help them fade.
Yeah.
That's handy, because I do have a lot of breakout spot
the
residue.
Acne scarring is sometimes the hardest part to deal with. You can get rid of the acne, but well, look, it's not that easy. But if you can get rid of the acne, you are still left with the scarring, which can take years to clear.
It's true.
If it's not being treated properly. So
correct.
I'm keen. I like it. I like Dermalogica. From Essence, we have a new mascara. It's the Princess Waterproof Mascara. So this is available now at essence.com. And essentially it's their Lash Princess Mascara, which is well loved by Essence fans, in a waterproof version.
All right, Glam Glow have released a new moisturiser. This is called the Moisture Trip Omega Rich Hemp Seed Oil Face Moisturiser. So Moisture Trip, moisturising, you trip out on the hemp seed. No. But
I see where they were going.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So it's a lightweight moisturiser with omega-rich hemp seed oil to calm, soothe, and revive visible redness. Relieve, not revive. I'm like, you don't want to revive visible redness.
No, don't revive that.
I have that. You don't need to revive it. You want to relieve it, which is what this does. And it also has lasting hydration. So available for normal, dry, combination skin. Bit interesting though, because it doesn't say sensitive skin, but that's often where the people have redness. If you've got sensitive skin, you often have redness. This is supposed to treat redness and dryness, but it's not suited for sensitive skin.
All right.
Strange. So this is $54 and it's available now at Sephora and Glam Glow.
Excellent. From It Cosmetics, we have the new Your Skin But Better Primer. So this is an oil-free makeup primer. It's a gripping base and pore refiner plus hydrator with all-day grip technology. Gosh, it does a lot of things, doesn't it? So this is available now exclusively at Sephora. It's $39. So it looks like, okay, yeah, your first ingredient is water, which not uncommon, and then we've got glycerin and dimethicone. So you've got a hydrator and you've got silicone. Now, something that's interesting about glycerin, good hydrator, but for some people, me being one of them, it actually destroys my makeup really quickly. So it depends on how your skin responds to the ingredients.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I find that's a common thing with these sort of silicone-based primers that, okay, they smooth and they say they're supposed to prolong the wear of your foundation, but by the nature of the ingredients, it actually breaks down your makeup.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm the
I
same, like
wouldn't
a
dig
lot
this.
of silicone, like I know glycerin for me, if I'm using it in something around my foundation, my makeup's not going to last the day. And silicone is going to do one of two things: break down my makeup quicker or break me out, or both.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
It's quite rare that like the form of silicone that's being used actually helps my makeup.
Because there are forms of silicone that are safe for your skin and they don't clog your pores.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they're more expensive and these sorts of brands don't put them in their products.
Yeah. There is something from Jeffree Star that we should mention. Beauty Bay, they had some listings come up on their website for Jeffree Star products, and a lot of them didn't have images, and then some of the lip products just had the same image over and over. But essentially, it was stuff that looks like it's going to be releasing for his summer collection.
Yeah.
So there's a Jawbreaker palette, a mini breaker palette, which I thought was interesting.
Yep.
There's a Skin Frost Pro palette in Brain Freeze. And then we have a bunch of the liquid lipsticks, the Velour liquid lipsticks in different shades.
So we've got Fully Nude, Yes Ma'am, Bronze Blood, No Offense, Purple Urkel, Strawberry Crush. So we know the names of them because Beauty Bay. They must have put the placeholders in and then they accidentally published them.
it. Yeah. So that's a little sneak peek of what's coming.
Yeah.
A little bit of Lush news. So Lush, they've launched something new in their Tokyo Shinjuku store, and essentially it's a new app. Now, this app has been around for a little while, but they've tweaked it, and at the moment it's being used in quite an in-depth manner. It's called Lush Labs, and essentially what they've done is they've set up the Tokyo Shinjuku store so that it's like packaging free. They don't have any information of products, no price tags, nothing. It's just products on the walls or in their displays, and you use this app to go around and scan the products, and it gives you more information on the product. So it tells you the price, the ingredients, it'll show you demos on how to use it, stuff like that. So they're trying to go even more packaging free. Another cool thing that this app can do, when the store is closed and you're walking past the store and they've got their window displays, you can actually pull out the app and scan things in the window, and you can shop directly from the app. So it's an interesting little step into like online shopping.
Yeah.
And in-person shopping.
I think this is a interesting move. I think this is going to be like the future of shopping, because
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Everyone, like, I do it myself. I will find something in store and I'll look for it online to see reviews, to see swatches, to see, like, if I can't swatch it myself, or if, you know, I can find it somewhere cheaper, I'll often, like, look online as I'm browsing. But, and I think also sometimes you might, like, look in a window and go, oh, that coat looks really beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is or where to find it because I'm not going to come back here and it's after hours.
And the store's closed.
Yeah, so if you can scan it, that, like, is really helpful.
That's such a good idea.
I think the one downside to this is, and I was talking to Hayley about it before, I sort of feel like if you were browsing a store and you don't want to be on your phone constantly, or you forgot to bring your phone, your battery's dying, you have to conserve data, you're traveling and you don't have Wi-Fi or, you know, whatever it might be, just put the price.
Yeah, like, I agree. I do think
just put the little price.
It doesn't hurt to have a price tag.
No.
And also it saves the hassle of people looking for a store attendant and being like, hello, can you tell me how much this is and how much this is?
Yeah, and does this contain coconut oil because I'm allergic to it?
Yeah.
They're going to find that is just going to increase like questions, because people do want to see the price and just scan the ingredients without having to, does this code work?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a photo. Yeah. No, that didn't work. Like, you know, it's a great idea. And I think it's great for demos and more information. And if you didn't want to buy it in store, you at least have it online so you know how to buy it. I still don't think it's going to do away with basic information though.
No.
Because not everyone wants to just constantly be living through their phone. Like, that's a big problem.
I agree.
Like, and I don't want to, like, facilitate
basic information like ingredients and price tag, I feel like that should still be readily available. Yeah. And maybe it is to some degree in the store. We haven't been there. We don't know. But the article was mostly discussing the app and how it works. And also singing praises to the Shinjuku store. Apparently, it's pretty fucking amazing. They have giant shower jellies that you can play like bongo drums, they make noise. They're going to have like I don't know if it's active now, but they mentioned like a spa on a whole different level of the store. So it's a multi-level Lush store.
Yeah.
So I think if you're in Shinjuku,
it's worth checking out.
Go and check it out, because it sounds like it's pretty amazing. It's meant to be a very interactive store, which is
fun.
Sounds fun. Lush have also launched a new naked skincare line. So these are all packaging-free, solid skincare products. The line includes the Amazon Primer, the Banana Skin Facial Oil, Argan Facial Oil, the Light Touch Facial Oil, Lacquer Virgin Cold Cream Virgin, like a virgin.
Listen to Triple J too
I
much.
have been listening to Triple J too much. Very sorry about that. Like a virgin cold cream, the Sleepy Face Cleanser, the Teetotaler Cleanser, Gritty Politi Cleanser, the Jade Roller Naked Cleansing Balm, and the 7-to-3 Cleansing Wipe.
Those are really interesting.
Oh, they are very interesting. So we have a little selection of these skincare products. We are going to do a demonstration video. It'll be a Monday video going up, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday.
Yeah.
So
we've got a couple of these.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, the prices on the screen are Australian dollars, so don't freak out. But these 7-to-3 cleansing wipes, so these are pretty much reusable, sort of like makeup remover pads. So it's more like sort of like a solid jelly sort of texture, and the idea of them, which I think is really cool, is that you can take one with you. I think it lasts up to 20 uses.
Yeah.
So you can remove your makeup, you can remove makeup on your eyes, sort of rinse your face, and you can take these traveling without having to resort to
Using makeup wipes.
So this is more of a replacement of makeup wipes than it is.
It does require
cleanser.
water though.
Yeah. They say, you got to wet it, you got to apply it, and then you can use a cloth to remove it.
Yeah.
So it's not as on-the-go convenient as a makeup wipe, but if you don't like the environmental impact of a makeup wipe, this is something you can take on the go and literally just, put it in your travel bag or something like that, and you can use it up to like 20 times.
Yeah.
I think they said 10 to 20 times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's not bad.
So that stuff is all available now, I believe globally for Lush. So if you're interested, you can check them out online. All right, we've got a Pride thing.
Yes, we've got a few more Pride things.
We do.
And what I thought was funny was there was this meme that someone shared in the group, and companies during Pride Week.
How do you do, fellow gays?
Yeah, this is exactly what I feel.
I agree.
I feel like they're doing this, and they're going to be doing this all month. But I did hear that it was the 50th anniversary of Pride Week.
Right.
Or Pride Month, sorry. So maybe companies are going really big on this because of that.
Maybe.
They didn't do much last year, and I think if like a brand like Tarte was their every fourth palette they released was a Pride palette. I think it's going to get old pretty quickly. So I think this might brush over eventually.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting because last year we had some Pride stuff, and I think it's good to bring awareness to a situation. And if brands are also donating proceeds, I think that's good as well. I don't have a problem with it. Like, makeup is for everyone. And I think it's really healthy to bring awareness to the situation.
Yeah, I also think that if you are part of that community or support the community, you want to have this makeup. Like, it's similar to how we went like crazy with Game of Thrones makeup.
Yeah.
If that's something that really rings true to you and you're really passionate about it, why wouldn't you want a palette that says Pride on it? As long as you know that the brands aren't just putting it in their fat cat pockets.
And I think
the profits of it. Like they've got to donate, and everyone I've seen is donating. So a lot of people are saying, all these brands and they're not donating anything. Every single one we've reported on so far has been donating.
Yeah. So and I think like that's good. I think next year will be the interesting one. Whether this is brands getting really, into it because of the anniversary, or whether they are seeing a way to make a profit off this. And I think next year will be the telltale. Because the difference between what was released last year for Pride and what's being released this year, it's worlds apart, and they're big worlds.
Yes,
so
I agree.
This product or this collection is Revolution X Pride.
Yeah.
So they're collaborating with Pride.
Yeah, Makeup Revolution.
Yeah. So it looks like there's 3 palettes, all very colourful. You've got one that is like it's a large eyeshadow palette with small round pans.
And most of them are nude.
Yes, most of them are nude. Then there's an 8-pan shimmery, bright, colourful palette. And then there's a like cream colour palette, another 8-pan. They are donating. So it looks like they're donating £25,000 to the Human Dignity Trust, and they say they'll also be marching alongside the LGBTQIA community at Pride celebrations globally.
That's interesting. So there might be more information on the screen because when we're filming this hasn't quite launched yet, but
it's coming.
There we go.
It's coming really soon.
Yeah. Another thing from Makeup Revolution is we've seen new skincare. So they've extended their face mask range. We've got the aloe vera and water lily soothing face mask, the honey and oatmeal nourish and glow face mask, and the green tea and walnut exfoliating face mask. A lot of people are going to hate that walnut.
Oh yeah.
That is
It's a big no-no.
It's a big trigger for some people.
People say no.
Nope. And these are all £8, €8.99, US $11, or Australian $15 each.
Excellent. Marc Jacobs Beauty. This is more Pride stuff.
Yes. But they're actually donating more money, which is great. And Marc Jacobs is part of the gay community.
Yes.
And I hear that he donates a lot of the time anyway. So this is just on top of what he already does personally.
Excellent. So we've got the Enamoured Dazzling Gloss Lip Lacquer. So 6 new super sparkling shades that join the original Enamoured Lip Lacquer line. 10% of the retail price of each limited edition shade will go towards Sage USA. They are dedicated to providing advocacy services and support to LGBTQIA plus community. So between June 6th and July 10th, they will be donating up to the value of $75,000 US, not pounds.
Yeah, US. And I have to say, okay, you can see some interesting colours here. There's a grey with like sort of purpley silvery glitter, and there's a purple and there's a bright pink. And the main difference with this, and I feel like they sort of copped out a little bit, the packaging, like the box is Pride themed, but the actual component isn't.
No.
If they actually just made even each lid a different colour, red, orange, that would have been really cool, but they didn't. So that's like if you buy this and throw away the box, you sort of have lost the interest to it.
Yeah.
But there are some beautiful shades. Look at this one that's like pink with a blue shift. I think it's gorgeous. I think these will shit all over Jeffree Star lip glosses.
Yes.
And they are interesting, but I feel like even in 6 shades, they have a more interesting range than Jeffree Star.
It's true.
All right, Melt Cosmetics. This is an interesting one, and this has been received very
mixed,
very mixed feelings. And I have mixed feelings within myself, so I totally understand it. So they have revealed a new palette that's coming. So this is a new palette, and it's a different format from Melt. It's not the stacks. It's not like the Gemini or the 27, that's it, 27 palette. This is an 18 pan palette, and it's got 2 sides that tell a story of Melt Cosmetics. So Melt Cosmetics was founded by 2 friends. I think one was a makeup artist, one was a model, something like that, and they sort of joined forces to create Melt Cosmetics. So the right side of the palette is inspired by the early years before Melt and the friendship between the co-founders Laura and Dana. And it showcases cool tone shimmers and holographic foils. So it's a party on the eyes, etc., etc. Then the left side features 7 dangerously bold mattes in vibrant colours and 2 vivid shimmers that were inspired by their love of unique colours. And I think it seems to give more of a working boss lady vibe.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting concept, and I feel like, it's very true to them as a brand. So the palette's called the Impulsive Palette, and it's launching first at Sephora on the 6th of June and then the 14th of June at Melt Cosmetics. So I feel like this is giving Sephora the head start because they've recently signed up with Sephora, and you can buy the Gemini palette and the 27 palette on Sephora. So I feel like this is them going, okay, we're contractually obligated to really push our sales at Sephora, which is fine. Now, I think what confuses people is the actual packaging.
Yeah.
So
it
it's more like confusing. It's more like a book. And I've tried their stacks, I've tried their palettes, and I can say that this is not going to work well.
Nah. Unless they've completely changed their formula.
Yeah, which I don't think they will.
I don't think they have.
So the reason I say that is that their formula can leave a bit of kick up on the pan, and their shimmers can be a little bit flaky and chunky. So if you close this, you're going to put, let's see, bright red over a mauve. You're going to put a navy blue sparkle on a burnt orange. You're going to put a bright sort of acid green on a brown. It's going to be messy.
Yeah.
So I don't love the layout of
Another
this.
thing that's interesting about it is that it's not just flat on either side.
Yeah, it's
the
like
palettes
staggered.
Are like, on sort of steps. Yeah. So, I don't know. I am very keen to see people receiving these.
And look, I have to also give some advice. If you can buy this in store in Sephora in the US, go buy it yourself.
Yeah.
And check it before you
leave
the store. Because their shimmers are notorious for breaking. So they're either pressed really firm and it's hard to pick up, or they're really loosely packed and they can shatter. So this seems like it's going to have a lot of issues, in my opinion, and knowing their formula, which I think is sad, because I think this could be a fun palette if it was like a flat traditional palette. Now, personally, look, I'm a little bit torn. I like some of the colours on the left side. I really love 2012, which is like a, I don't know, what is that? Like a tangerine, yellow, orange. I love the orange. I love the red, the shimmery red, Go-Getter. I like the murky greens. That is totally my jam. The other side, they kind of look same. And there's so much shimmer and cool tone. And this is a problem that I've found with a lot of palettes. They give you a lot of shimmer that's cool toned, and then you have to blend it out with warm tone mattes. I would have liked to have seen like a warm side, a cool side, mix of mattes and shimmers on the cool side. So if you wanted a cool look, you don't need to reach for, oh shit, I need to reach for the acid green or the, acidic yellow to blend out a mauve. It's not a complete palette, in my opinion. And it's a big palette.
I think the right side, like that is very true to what would have been cool back in the day, but that's not how people wear their makeup these days. So.
No, we don't wear shimmery colours all the way to the brow bone. You need some more mattes and some cool tones to make that work. I have seen a few people not like the right side because of the names, and I totally understand that. And I did see a few people call out the people that sort of bag the weed-inspired makeup, that if we don't call this out, then we're hypocritical.
Yeah.
So I do want to say that some of the names in here
cross-faded
are absolutely trash.
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
That's when you have weed and alcohol and you get fucking blotto.
Something like, shots and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a little bit tacky.
I love when I'm out with my friends and someone screams out shots. It's this feeling of, oh shit, I'm in massive trouble and fuck yeah, let's do this. But I don't want it, nothing to do with my makeup.
Yeah, look, but
I don't want to tell my friends I'm wearing shots on my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really, it's distasteful and it's tacky.
Sex, drugs, alcohol,
religion,
it's all
politics,
tacky.
It's all tacky in makeup.
That'd be like having a Pauline Hanson palette.
Yeah,
I don't
but
like
can
it.
I say though, the reason why I don't think this is as bad as some people are making out is because this is not a let's get wasted palette and it's like everything is themed about getting drunk. Like, you got to realise that, like, Jeffree Star, his Alien palette, he had weed-inspired names, but we didn't say boo about them because they're individual shadows. It's when people dedicate whole collections to smoking weed that I think it's extra distasteful. If this palette was not the impulsive palette where it's about half partying, half working, if it was actually just the wasted palette, the green is called, I don't know, vodka lime, and, the red is Bloody Mary, I can understand, like, that is the equivalent of making a weed palette.
Yeah.
This is just naming
alcohol.
for alcohol.
They've just taken half of a palette and gone, this is from our fucking cross-faded days, clearly.
Yeah.
And then the left side this is our work day.
Our work days. I like some of the colours, but it's not enough to make me want to buy this whole palette. And I think this is going to be a complete mess. Practically.
Yeah, when I saw the swatches on the tattoos, for starters, it gave me a headache because I was like...
Where are the swatches?
Yeah,
I can't
trying
even
to
see them.
fucking work them out around the tattoos. I liked some of the shades, but then when I saw them on the bare arms, I was like, oh, they look very different when they're not surrounded by other busy things going on. I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm not into it.
Yeah, see, my problem is that I like the working side, and the parting side I don't dig. And to me, they clash. They don't create a cohesive look. I can't see myself ever wanting to mix the two. And like I said, just knowing Melt's formula, the packaging will be a nightmare. It will get so messy. You're going to find crumbs of one shade on top of another. It's just going to be a messy, messy mix.
I wouldn't risk it. Fuck that.
And yeah, there are some tacky names in it as well. But at least the whole theme isn't let's get wasted.
All right, Morphe, we've got two things. 35H Hotspot Artistry Palette. This is $24. My God, what is this?
And it's an ultra exclusive.
Okay, that explains it.
Pretty much, I wouldn't say half cool tones because it's not. 3 columns of cool tones with 2 yellows, but they're all blue and silver. All blue. And then there's 1 column of neutrals and then 3 columns of variations of reds and pinks and pinky nudes. You're boring.
Very boring. There is also a Pride collection. So it consists of a palette and a brush set. We've got the 25L Live in Colour Artistry Palette and the Live in Colour brush set. So the palette is $20 and the brush set, which is a 7-piece brush set, is $28. This will be out by the time you're watching this. 100% of the net proceeds from this collection will be donated to the Trevor Project during the Pride celebration to help fund 24-hour, 7-day-a-week suicide prevention and crisis intervention services for the LGBTQIA+, all of you, youth.
And I think that is like 100% of proceeds, fantastic. Yeah. It's like they're actually doing this to raise money, not let's make a profit and donate 10% of that profit. Yeah. Like that I kind of think is cheeky.
Yeah. And so the net proceeds are the money that is made after they pay
all the costs.
For all the costs.
But other brands have been doing 10% of proceeds.
Yeah.
So pay all the costs. 100% of the profit they make, they only donate 10%.
10%, yeah.
So this is 100%, which is great.
I'm going to buy this.
I actually really like this.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing.
I love that brush
set. This is a great palette as well.
That brush set is fantastic. I could live without the palette, but I like it, and I like the cause, and I like what they're doing, so I'm going to buy it.
Can I tell you why I love this palette?
Yeah.
So we've seen so many rainbow palettes come out, especially in the last couple of weeks, and even this year, rainbow palettes coming out the wazoo, which, you know, is fine. I find most of them are the same tone, like bright, 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 bright. This is great. You have some lighter shades, you have some deep shades. If I wanted to go for a peach and, you know, blend it out with a true red, I can do that. If I want to go a purple and blend it out with a sort of navy purpley colour, I can do that. I actually think this is a lot more well balanced than a lot of other rainbow palettes that we've seen coming out. And that's what, for me, I look for, because I do like colour, but I don't want to reach for 14 palettes to make it work.
No.
And this one I can see a whole bunch of different looks you can create. And there's no double ups, which is great.
Yeah. No, I like this. I think it's good. I'm going to buy it. The only thing that I'm worried about, like they say 100% of proceeds will be donated during our Pride celebration. Now, what is that? I don't know what that is, and I don't know if this is going to come to Australia, like the Australian website, during their Pride celebration. And
I reckon that might be in June. I feel like June might be the time.
I hope it's June, and I hope it comes to Australia in June,
so we're not paying all.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking.
And that's fair, because they will have to cap it at some point. But it depends also, like, are they going to keep this as a permanent item, or are they going to have...
Yeah, well, like, I don't know.
They should have it limited, like, and make the limited batch 1 million. I don't care. But then once every item that they sell, they should donate it. But I understand for, like, accounting purposes, admin purposes, it's very hard to... If you have trickles of palettes that are sold here, there, and on sale and over there and whatever, it's sort of hard to consolidate all that and make the donation. So I just would be nice for them to clarify when that Pride celebration is.
Yeah, that would be handy to know.
All right, Pixi Beauty. We've seen the Pixi Pretties for 2019. So they've done this the last 2 years in a row. This is the 3rd collection. So what they do is they team up with different... influencers, generally in the beauty community, and they create different products. The first year they did it, they created some really great products, and some of them are still, I think, available. Like Carolyn Hirons created a half...
the face cleanser.
A cream cleanser and oil cleanser, solid cleanser.
Yeah.
That was a good product. That's still available. But the other ones, if they're not very successful, they discontinue them.
Yeah.
So this year we've got Chloe Morello. We've got From Head to Toe, Marvyn Macnificent, which was someone that did it last year. Chloe Morello also did it last year. Rach Loves, and That's Heart. Mm-hmm. If I said those wrong, I'm sorry. I don't follow them all. So what we have with Chloe Morello, there's a new lip icing shades in Bonbon, Parfait, and Sorbet. So I think last year she did one of these along with like a little mini palette. Mm-hmm. And the colour was like a goldy with a sort of pink shift. So there's just 3 new shades. These are like glittery, sort of sparkly, very shiny lip glosses. All right, with From Head to Toe, there's the Endless Shade Stick in One and Done, which looks like a champagne sort of eyeshadow stick. There's glowy powders in Wednesdays and Fetch. So clearly heavily inspired by...
Wednesdays and Fetch.
Yeah.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls,
yeah.
That's it. So these are highlighters. One looks sort of peachy, one looks sort of purpley. I would actually be interested in trying these because I do like their highlighter formula. And I used to watch From Head to Toe a lot years ago. I don't think I've watched her since she had her kids. But anyway. Then we've got Marvyn Macnificent with lip kits in Day and Night. Lit kits, in Day and Night. So this is a liquid lipstick and an eye sparkly thing. So the eye sparkly things are very much like the Stila Magnificent Metals. They perform just as well. So there's a nude matte lip cream product and like a sparkly grey one, which is, I guess, the night kit. The day kit, you've got a sparkly champagne with a peachy lip. Now, I would be interested in trying these because these liquid lipsticks, they're some of my favourite matte liquid lipsticks. They're beautiful. So more shades, I'm down with it. Then we have Rach Loves the Layers Highlighting Palette in Glow On. So this is the big highlighting palette with 5 shades. The purple looks like a colour corrector.
It does.
And then the other colours sort of look the same. But this is also a controversial one because whenever this is mentioned, people mention that she's pro-life.
Oh, okay.
And
but that's her business.
Also you can argue that Kat Von D's business is that she's anti-vax.
Yeah.
There you go. There. And then we have That's Heart, which has an I Heart palette, which in the shade Double Tap. And this is...
That's a pretty palette. I actually like it.
Yeah, it's a warm-toned 8-pan eyeshadow palette.
Cool.
Anyway, those are coming out soon. I haven't actually seen when they're on the website yet. As of filming, they're not, but there we go.
Cool.
All right, some indie news, and we're just going to skim past it really quickly, but it seems like there's a theme. Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, is that what it is? Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, yeah. They are releasing a donut palette. It's got a pressed, icky-looking glitter, some other shades, and then there's another indie brand that's releasing a donut palette.
Yeah, it's Sugary Cosmetics.
This one has so much wasted space, it angers me. I want to break it in half.
Yeah,
I feel like they're all copying Glam Light.
Yeah.
I think Glam Light with the pizza palette and the burger palette and the taco palette, and now everyone's just like, shit, let's do it. Food. People love makeup and food. But yeah.
Look, I love makeup and food, but
I want them individually.
I don't want them together.
I really love lasagna, but I don't want a lasagna bronzer.
I want lasagna now.
I really want lasagna.
We should go get very good falafel.
I think you said that last week as well.
I did.
I was in the live chat.
It was in the live chat, yeah.
Boring sports girl news. I don't know if those were available now, but they're available. Yeah. If you want to see more about them, you can check out them on Instagram. Yeah. We've been here for too long.
Yeah.
Sort of boring sports girl news. Sports girl. They have a new Royals eyeshadow palettes. This is 15 shades. There's like sandy nudes, brownie nudes, a couple of teals. They also have a coconut oil illuminizer. This looks gross and I want to poke it.
That is...
Yeah. So it's got coconut oil, sunflower oil, jojoba oil, and it looks like I want to melt it.
Oh, yuck.
Anyway, that's available now as well.
The palette has Pat McGrath packaging.
It does, doesn't it? I screenshotted that just because I was like, That looks just like the Pat McGrath design.
And this is why
cheeky.
Sports Girl will never be relevant.
Fair.
Tarte, they have a new setting spray.
They do.
So it's called the Tarte Stay Spray Setting Spray.
I know, it kills me.
$25. It's supposed to offer 16-hour wear, waterproof and sweatproof, and it contains aloe and cucumber. It is available now on the Tarte website, and from June 16th, you'll be able to find it on the Ulta website.
Yeah, so it's $25. And what does interest me though, so a 16-hour setting spray, it sounds like people say that and then it doesn't actually work.
Yeah, I know.
But it sounds great in theory. But it's got cucumber and aloe, which sounds amazing. And it's got a brand new microfine mister to allow an even controlled application every time.
Look, I think we're very slowly, or actually possibly quite quickly, moving into an era where spitty, splattery sprays for the face,
So ruin your makeup.
they're no longer accepted by the beauty community.
Thank God technology has evolved.
I know.
I'm very happy.
And I'm gonna throw all the thanks to the Korean and Japanese beauty communities or beauty industries, because that's where I discovered my first microfine mist.
They've had them for a while. It's been a trend.
long years.
Yeah, good on them.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we've seen some new stuff from Urban Decay. This is a new foundation. What
Wow.
the actual heck? So we don't know too much about this. It's just been shown a little bit. But this is the the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. So it's got up to 24-hour wear.
Oh.
Now, it's said to be coming in 50 shades. It's vegan, cruelty-free, which questionable. They're owned by L'Oreal. You make your decision. It's up to you. And yeah, 24-hour wear. It's going to be $39. So yeah, new foundation coming.
Interesting.
We've also got a new palette from Violet Voss. This could be mistaken for a Pride release. It's not.
This could be mistaken for something that Beauty News has recently been playing with this destroyed picture.
That's true. It's not.
No.
So this is the Best Life palette. So it's a blend of mattes, foils, and glittery textures. So it's available 6th of June at Sephora and available online at Violet Voss now. So it's all available now when you're listening to this. But it is $49, and essentially what you have here is what looks like a palette of just normal eyeshadows. You know, some neutrals, some warm tones, golds, shimmery shades, blue, purple, whatever. And what's that? 14 shades. And then you have 7 shades sort of just stuck on the end of pressed glitters. Interesting. I don't think you need pressed glitters in the big pans.
No, I don't think you need them at all.
No, but the swatches, look, it looks very nude and blue heavy when you see them swatched.
Yeah.
And one last thing, and it's a Pride thing.
It is. It's from Winky Lux. So this is a new balm. It is a tri-coloured red, orange and blue.
pH activated. So it just all turns pink.
Yep. It's got a fresh and fruity pineapple scent. And it's released to celebrate 50 years of Pride with the Rainbow Balm. 10% of your purchase supports North Shore Agly, or I think they go by Nagly on Instagram. So it's North Shore AGLY. And they are an organisation that provides safe space, education and community for the LGBTQIA+ community.
Yeah. And what I do like about this, so it's $18, but it's 10% of the purchase price.
Yeah.
So once again, it's not 10% of proceeds, because 10% of proceeds, you take out the cost of everything involved, all the staff, all the factories, all the delivery, everything. And maybe the profit might be out of $20, maybe $5.
Yeah.
And that you're only really donating 50 cents.
Yeah.
Whereas out of the full purchase price, 10% is better. So,
yeah.
you know, it's not too bad.
So if you like Winky Lux balms, that's
pH activated stuff.
there for you.
It is.
to get if you want it.
True. Okay, so that was supposed to be the end, but there is some more news that we sort of didn't have in our folder, so we're going to go through it really, really quickly. Love Luxe Beauty have released 2 new limited edition 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. So there's a Something Gorgeous palette, which is $40, and the Something Fun palette, which is $35. So the $35 one is the blues and greens, and the $40 one is the pinks and purples. These actually look really pretty, and swatched...
Look at that pink and purple one.
Yeah, it looks like the Huda sort of neon one. And then that blue one looks better than the Huda neon blue one. I like this combination of blues because you have some swampy greens, you have some aqua colours. I think they're fun. Anyway.
That's cool.
I probably won't buy them, but I really like that pinky purple one.
Yeah.
From e.l.f. Cosmetics, they've launched 2 Glow Gleam Beam highlighter palettes. I can't. I'm never saying that again in my life.
Glow Gleam Beam.
So there's a light and dark variety. They're $10 each, and they have 6 shades in each. They look like they could be cut down to 3, but I like that they've put designs on it. So if you want a basic highlighter palette, a fair one or a slightly deeper one, e.l.f. have you covered for $10.
Very, very luxe brand, La Prairie, have extended their Skin Caviar line with the new Skin Caviar Powder Foundation.
Powder foundation seem to be all the rage.
Yes. So it's a creamy base that sets to a cashmere soft finish. Interesting. They're calling it a sublime fusion of caviar science and colour artistry.
Okay.
Right. So it's got caviar extract and an advanced blend of pigments in a sublimely textured, indulgent formula. It's available now in 8 shades for...
Brace yourself.
Make sure you're sitting down and you're not feeling faint. $220. It's available on the La Prairie website.
And the shade range. This is designed... Look, people are going to be shouting, saying this is not inclusive, and it's not.
And it's not.
This is targeting rich, old, white women. That's all that... Like, the darkest is a rich, old, white woman that's come back from a holiday.
Absolutely. In the Bahamas or...
So they should call them, like... the Alps and like the Bahamas,
they should.
And because that's
Saint-Tropez.
They're different tones of holiday. That's all it
is. They are different tones of holiday, and the lightest one is the rich old white woman who hasn't holidayed in 3 months,
or she's at a chalet.
Yes,
and it's winter
up in the Alps.
Yeah, and there's
skiing, darling.
Yes,
look.
Yes.
It is time to dedicate this episode of Beauty News to a Beauty News VIP, and this week's VIP is Margaret. Thank you so much, Margaret. You've been supporting us for a long time.
I know.
We appreciate it.
We do.
And we appreciate everyone who supports Beauty News in whichever way you choose to do it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if you've made it to the end, leave an emoji in the comments. Skiing. Because we're all going to the Alps to get our winter tan on.
Oh, yes. Hey, winter tan is like beetroot red because people forget to wear their sunscreen.
And that's why that foundation show was a bit peachy.
So that's it for us today, guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Beauty News. If you did, give it a thumbs up and we will see you in the next one.
Bye. From e.l.f. From e.l.f.
e.l.f. From e.l.f. No. From e.l.f. No. From e.l.f. No. From
Fine, I'm not going to do it. Fuck you, Hayley. Making fun of my lips. From e.l.f. Cosmetics, they've launched...
Sorry. I was hoping you'd do it again.
Fuck you. Hayley's a bitch.
Just to make me laugh.
People think I'm the bitch. It's really Hayley.
It's me.